Nå lar vi buret senke seg sakte over de to, mens vi forlater studio og drar til Boston, til en av verdens fremste teknologiske høyskoler. Hei, det er bare meg igjen, og nå er jeg på MIT, det er en forkortelse for Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Og bak meg så ligger det et medialaboratorium, The Medialab, og den er den mest omtalte forskningsinstitusjonen i amerikansk presse det siste året. Her formes fremtida, her jaktes det på horisonter. Her er sannsynligvis verdens høyeste computertetthet, og det er utstyrt til titalls milliarder. Men her lager de ikke det som virker først og fremst, men det som muligens kan virke. Ikke produkter, men ideer. Beveren er Medialabens symbol. De jobber og lager de mest utrolige byggverk under mottoet bygg, lek, lær og vis. Framfor alt, vis hva du har klart. Miljøet her er hardt, her er det bare toppfolk, elite, og klimaet er egosentrert med nøkkelord som konkurranse, prestasjon og tempo. Studentene lærer eksperimentell psykologi, holografi, film, signalbehandling og informasjonsteknologi. På tvers av grenser og fag, her er stilen kryss grensene og deretter spreng dem. Og når noe er gjort, et prosjekt er utført og vist, så rigges det ned. Kanskje er det noen ute i industrien som tar det opp, og man er i gang med det neste prosjektet.
I believe that it is very, very important to make media much more personalized. And in English, the word is not a good word. It means all the wrong things. It has the connotation of broadcast in one way. It has the connotation of sort of Madison Avenue and fooling people. And it has the connotation of sort of a lowest common denominator.
You're talking about mass media in general.
That in English, unfortunately, the word tends to mean that. When you say media in the English language, it tends to mean mass media.
Yeah,
so the word mass
it's
is
the same in Norway.
Implicitly put it. We mean just the opposite. And if you look up the word in the dictionary, it means really a vehicle of communication.
You say that mass media will disappear in the future. Do you think so?
Absolutely. And we're already seeing it with computers. And personal computers are a very good example of where you see this happening. In some cases, very dramatically. We've had specific examples of personalized newspaper and television. We worked on a project last year where the computer would literally look at television for you, and you'd get home at night, and it would have a video cassette prepared of all the programs that it had seen that day and thought that you might be interested in.
And here's ABC's Charles Murphy.
It was a spectacular fire. Flames from burning propane, butane, and gasoline.
We've done this for a much longer time in the context of newspapers, trying to make personalized newspapers that would supplement the existing newspaper channel by really searching, you know.
Yeah, you search and you hunt for the stuff you want yourself. That's the principle.
But it does it, you know.
Yeah, it does, and but you feed it with the information about your wishes.
That happens much less overtly. It should happen more like people getting to know each other. It's not that you sit down and you type all the things you're interested in and then it works from there. It's a much more sort of implicit process of, for example, in the particular case of the newspaper, it looked at the stories you read. So it would watch the way you read them. The whole concept of live television is, with the exception of sports events and elections, just doesn't make sense. And the kind of program that you're making right now is, you know, shouldn't be live. You shouldn't have a live component at all.
Why?
Because the person at home in their remote control unit should, for example, have a button that doesn't change channels, but it says, tell me more. So as they're looking at us talk, they can push the tell me more button, and we would go on, we would elaborate. And they might be interested, or they might say, push the button that says, tell me less. And
fast forward.
That's perfectly imaginable when these signals become computer readable, and then you actually In the beginning, in a very simple way, you author things so that they have depth and somebody could actually, ask it questions like, tell me more, tell me less.
Actually, we're now talking about the quality of life that we can have through computers. What would that be like?
The quality of life that I would, be most interested in describing would be the one that allows people to communicate with each other more than necessarily personalizing, sort of a database or, news.
At the university, you are a jet setter, and out in the business world, you are a prestigious professor. How is a working day of yours like?
Well, it is fun. And it's probably more fun for everybody else in the laboratory, and I probably have the least fun. But the whole idea, in some sense, is to derive the ideas that come from having fun. When you walk into corporate research laboratories, where the entire, the entire, if you will, product of that laboratory walks out the door at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, you have to worry all of a sudden that maybe that's a different kind.
That's different. Usually people just wait for the hours to get home. So they're finished with their work, and the work is duty. And it's quite provocative that somebody thinks that work should be fun to the ordinary way of thinking.
I hope it's not too provocative. Because,
oh, I like it.
Because that means that you're further behind than you should be, because I think it's not that. I mean, a lot of people, I think, wish that. I think that Europe right now is suffering from its age, and the history of it is in some sense a liability, not an asset, and that to a large degree the educational system has made it very difficult for people to be as imaginative about the future as I think they should be.
Vi besøkte mange avdelinger vi på MIT som jobber med mulige og umulige prosjekter. Og vi møtte mange unge studenter og enda yngre talentfulle tenåringer som gyver løs på fremtiden uten blygsel. Og nå skal vi hilse på en av de, Bob, som lager egne dataprogrammer og egne dataspråk, og som også bruker ferdighetene sine til å gjøre det han selv synes er artig.
Well, I have a little 10-year-old brother, and he got a set of drums for Christmas this year. So he doesn't really know anything about the computers I work with. So I thought it would be neat to make a little robotic drummer that would be playing along to the music, just sort of a music video for a Christmas present. So that was the main reason for doing it.